my face, and I will run, and I won't fade till I reach.
When we rise. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, and another blessed Tuesday evening to you. Another blessed day, another blessed week. We're here again. I am your host or hostess, Michelle Otley, and this is the program's Faith and Finance. It's all about stop being a broke Christian, stop being broke in general. And so I'm going to quickly get into what we have this week. This week we just continue, and I'm like, okay, what are we going to do this week? And I like to go with what is in my heart, and when I'm reflecting upon my life and those around me that I know, who are going through different things at different ages and stages of their lives. And this is what I came up with for today for us, and it is time is running out. Time is running out. I believe when I ended the last session, one of the things that I mentioned is that we are going to die. Some of us, we live as though we have 9 lives, and we have as much time as we want and we choose to have. But the bottom line is, because last week we were speaking about insurance, life insurance, and we will die, and many times because we don't want to face it, we don't make preparation, we don't put things in place. And a reminder today is time is running out. Every day that we live, we don't want to hear it, we don't like to hear it, but it is the truth. Every day that we live is closer to the day that we die. So we could think about it and be sad, we could think about it and procrastinate, or we can think about it and we can get up and we can plan and we can do and we can leave a financial legacy, right? Also, it's not just about dying. It's also about the fact that time is running out. We're getting older. And if we don't do something now, if we haven't done something yet, now this is the time to do it. Because like I said previously, and certain things I'm going to be repetitive about until we get it, is that if we fail to plan, if we fail to plan, then we're planning to fail. And basically, some of us, if we don't start putting stuff aside and putting things in place, and we live to see another 20, 30, or 40 years, and nothing is in place, then we will have nothing. Because nothing from nothing means equals will be nothing. So something needs to be done, and something needs to be done now, because time is running out, right? We don't have time to play. There's too much playing. Now it's time to make some bold moves, right? So welcome back to the podcast this week. As again, I said, I'm your host, Michelle Otley, where faith meets finances and procrastination meets the exit door. I am your host, and today's episode is a bold reminder to you, to me, to all of us that time is running out. Again, I want to let you know that I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to scare anyone. Hopefully, I'm here to shake us and shake you into place, right? So we gotta stop acting like if we have forever, and we need to start being real about life, about things. I had this video from Facebook was sent to me. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, and there was a gentleman from one of the parties. I don't know them very well, but he was wearing a red T-shirt, and he was speaking about the Blue Party, and he was speaking about what they have done, and there's nothing to leave for the children. And while he was speaking, he fell down. He dropped down. Apparently, he dropped dead right there in the middle of a speech. And so we don't know, we don't know how much time we have, but what we should know is that once we are alive, we have time to set things in place, put things in order. We sometimes say tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. Don't put off today, doing today what you can do. Do what you can do today. Don't say tomorrow if you can do it today, because tomorrow is not promised to anyone. We don't know. So put things in place. And if tomorrow does come, you also want to be prepared for tomorrow, right? If rain doesn't fall your water doesn't come from your tap unless it rains and you open your tank for it to be filled and then you seal it back. If you wake up during the night or at certain time in the day and it's raining, and you're going to keep laying down and sleeping, or you're going to jump up and open the tank. So make sure that rain water gets into that tank so that when you need water from your tap, there's water. Many people lie down and sleep and say, you know what, I'm tired. Many people are saying I'm tired and the rain is falling and they're not getting up and opening the tank in order that the tank will be filled with fresh rainwater for when they're ready to turn on their taps. And now this hot sun and they need water and they maybe want to plant a little garden or do a little something. They want to wash their clothes. They want to take a bath. Then guess what? You didn't get up and do what you needed to do, so there's no water. And this is what life is sometimes for some of us. We don't get up. We hear the rain falling and we continue to sleep. We're tired. Tired of being tired. Get tired of being broke. Get tired of not being able to live the life that you want to live. Get tired of not having the ability to make choices, financial choices and decisions. Get tired of not being able to live how and where you want to live. Get tired of not being able to drive a reliable car. Or when something is wrong with your car, get tired of not being able to go to the mechanic because you don't have the money to pay for the emergency. Get tired of these things because time is running out, and start now to make a difference, right? Because tomorrow is not guaranteed, but if tomorrow comes, be prepared. Might as well be prepared in every capacity of your life. So Ephesians 5:15, I also have to go to the word, tells us, be very careful then how you live. Not as unwise, but as wise, making the most of every opportunity because the days are evil and the days are short. I was saying to someone, I think it's yesterday or today, I was checking it because it's August, September, October. I'm like, okay, we have the Thanksgiving in October. And right after October, I'm like, wow, it's almost Christmas. Time is going. Time is going. We are in August, my people. Every minute that we spend wasting time, every minute that we spend not doing what we need to do, puts us in jeopardy of not being prepared if we live and not being prepared if we die. Every minute we waste is money we can't make back, time we can't get back. Every delay costs us. It costs in peace, in purpose, and sometimes it even costs in destiny. And it definitely costs in leaving a legacy. So let's flip it a little bit. So, we always like to, I'm waiting on God. Many of us like to say we're waiting on God. But I want to say this morning, maybe God is waiting on you. You got the word, his word. He left his word. In the beginning was the word. His wisdom and access to more tools than ever. What is it being used? Is it being utilized? If you have tools and it just sits there doing nothing, then it serves no purpose. It's like a car. If you have a car and you just have it sitting, and whatever you don't use, sooner or later you will not be able to use it. It gets rusty, it gets molded and old, and you have to throw it away. You got to use like the body. That's what they tell us. We got to go to the gym. Because if you don't do anything, pretty soon you won't be able to do anything. So time is running out. Do it while you can. Do it while you can. Faith without works is dead, James tells us. So let's be honest. Are we praying over our finances? Are we just panicking over our finances? Or are we doing something about our finances? Honesty is the best policy because the word tells us it's the truth that will set us free. And when we begin to start to be honest with ourselves, then we'll be able to make the changes that are necessary. And now I'm going to talk a little bit to some of my seasoned saints, those who are 50, 60, maybe even 70 years old, who might be thinking, I said this again and I'm saying it again, I wish I started sooner. I don't have time. Hey, how can I change? No. If I try to do anything, no. I wouldn't be able. The bank doesn't even give you a good interest rate. The insurance company is going to charge you some high rates. The best years are behind me. Your best years are right before you right now. You're still alive. If you're still breathing, then you can still build. And you should still be building. Even if you're not building for yourself, you can build for the next generation. You can build for your children and your children's children. You can build for, if you don't have children, you can build for the community, build for those that who is around you. Moses was 80 when God called him to lead. Colonel Sanders, KFC, which everybody loved, he was in his 60s when he started KFC. You are not disqualified because of your age. Actually, your age qualifies you because you have wisdom. All you need to do is take up that wisdom and run with it. Use it. So let this be your legacy season, and not the season of regret and the season of procrastination and mediocrity, but let it be the season that you begin now, because time is running out. Let this season be your legacy season. A time where you get your house in order, where you teach yourself what you don't know by reading books, listening to seminars, going to seminars, doing what you need to do. Teach yourself so you can teach your children and they teach your grandchildren. Leave something behind, even if what you are leaving behind is just the books that you started to read and the things that you have started to put in place. Leave something towards legacy. Leave something towards a financial legacy. Leave something behind. Don't just come and live, pass through life and die. Leave something. Be mindful and intentional. Don't just leave bills and the Bible. Leave blueprints and bank accounts. Proverbs 13:22 says, a good man leaves an inheritance to his children, and not just to his children, but to his children's children. And I was even saying to you the other day that the Jewish people, they leave inheritances not just for their children and their children's children. They leave it for their nieces and their nephews. It is not too late for the change in your life. It is not too late for change to come. It is not too late for you to do something different. But you got to know that time is waiting for no man. Time is waiting for no woman. That time is running out. And every day that you refuse to do is a day that you are losing the opportunity to do something and leave something. So let's stop normalizing struggle and calling it humility, and calling it regret, and calling it all sorts of different things. Let us allow God to stabilize through his word, through his promises, by his word that tells you that he has given you the ability to create wealth. Do not remain stuck when God is saying, here, I have given you a gift. I have given you ability. And I'm telling you that a good man, if you consider yourself to be a good man, a good woman, you ought to leave something. You must leave something. Because the word says a good man. Don't wait for much. The Bible tells us that he who is faithful with little will be faithful with much. Begin now, because time is running out. And if you have been careless with time and careless with your finances yesterday, today is the day to move forward and no longer be careless, but careful, and no longer waste time, but be intentional about your finances, about your life, those you are leaving behind. And if not who you are leaving behind, the fact that is that you may live to see another 30, 40, 50, 60 years. And if you are not prepared with something, you better be prepared to have nothing, because it's not getting easier out there. But as hard as it may have been, if you become mindful and intentional now, it's not too late. But you have to move now. It is time to move now, because time is running out. You just need to start. And if you're here listening to me this evening, and you know that you haven't done what you need to do, and if you know you don't have a legacy to leave, and remember I said leaving a legacy is not, last week I said it's not just being wealthy, having all that money now because you run on a successful business and you have, or you've been saving. If you haven't done that, it's okay. But you can get started on doing that now. But in the meantime, you can still leave a legacy by ensuring that there is something for if anything happens to you. There's also insurance that you can put in place that while you are still alive, if need comes, need be for anything, if you are incapacitated in any way, you still have an insurance. Time is running out. But if you are alive today, grace is still available. Grace to do, grace to plan, grace to act, grace to not just survive, but to thrive and to become informed and wise and leave a legacy. So I thank you today for taking the time out to listen to me as I try my best. I'm telling you, I'm not coming from a place of perfection. I'm coming from a place of understanding what it means to be so broke. Your children are asking you for things and you can't give it to them. You want to go somewhere, you can't go. You have to beg and you have to borrow. I'm coming from a place of lowness and learn. I had to learn. I'm coming from being embarrassed by landlords. I'm coming from certain places that people would never imagine, because I never complain. I never wear my problems on my shoulder, on my back, on my face. I allow the grace of God to lead and to guide. But I'm telling you, it's not easy. Getting older and not being able to provide and not being able to live the way you want to live and not being able, and thinking, what am I going to leave for my children? What do I have for my grandchildren? If I live to be 70, 80, 90 years old, how am I going to live? And I began to think about these things. And as you begin to think about these things, you must become intentional. You must. And sometimes you look for people to help you, and it's not because they don't want to help you. They cannot help you because they too was not being intentional, and they do not have. So I'm telling you that faith without works is dead. And it is time for faith to begin to work in your life, as faith has been and is working in my life. It is time for faith to work in our lives so that we can do something different, leave something different, that we can be different. No more procrastination. No more ifs, whats, ands, and buts. No more excuses. We must become intentional today, because guess what? Yesterday is gone, and today is fast going. And before you blink, tomorrow is gone. And this is why I'm saying to you this evening, time is running out. Do not waste any more time. Become intentional. So until next time, I want you to stay faithful, stay focused, and stop being broke. Leave a financial legacy. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Live intentionally. Get up when you hear the rain is falling. You know you have to open that tank because you know you need rainwater in that tap to wash, to cook, to clean. Get up and open up the lid so that the water will go in. Don't lie down and sleep. Don't be a sluggard. Get up and do what needs to be done. And I can also my book is available on Amazon if you so choose to purchase. Stop Being a Broke Christian. But it's basically, I can take off the being a broke Christian. I can tell you it's just about stop being broke and choosing how you live and leave a financial legacy. God bless you. Stay faithful, stay focused, and stop being broke. I am your host. I am your hostess, Michelle Utley. God bless. Until we see you again next week. Have a good evening and have a good week.